Welcome to P3 Radio.
The monkey only dances as good as the guy grinding the organ handle.
Brother.
I fly, bro. That is never stopping.
Truck goes to the blank.
Cool story, bro.
Footy pajamas.
Hey, genius, it's 2 p.m. Central.
PG3 Radio.
Here's your host, Josh Riley.
Get him off pig, Freddy.
Get him on big. Richard Mullican.
And as I put you down, my pants ripped.
It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of P3 Radio. I'm Richard Mullican, joined by my co-host, the man with the plan, because I didn't come up with anything clever to say, the 1983 Mr. Dixie Youth Grand Champion and best friend, Josh Bradley. Say hey, Josh.
Well, what I did plan was I planned to introduce the prodigal son himself. He has returned, just like Return of the Gangster from Outkast, Mr. Gobi, Josh
Well, hello,
Gobi.
everyone. Thank you for the wonderful intro. Unlike you got, I'm sorry that your partner sucks.
I have a plan.
I appreciate the
And
plan.
I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm off my game today.
Woo! Bad. You guys have no idea.
This is take, what, 4?
Yeah, we'll
or
see.
Take 2.
Seems like
On
4.
it seems like 4.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I'm off my game. Softball ended yesterday.
And you shed many a tears.
I did. I cried. No, and actually when you were, what I was going to say, when you introduced Gobi, you were like our long-lost friend. I was like, my father? My dad's back?
I didn't know you guys were friends.
Man,
He wants to be on Facebook.
we can do a quick tangent. I talked to my half-sister on the phone yesterday for like an hour and a half. I don't know her.
Wow. Huh. How'd that happen?
We are Facebook friends, and, we have, like, talked prior, but we don't really know each other. And so I guess she got a little wine drunk last night and decided to call me. And it was a long conversation about life in general, and it was a little weird. And she was like, it's so weird to me that your dad is my dad, and he was a good dad to me, but he wasn't your dad.
Right.
I was like, man, it is definitely weird to talk about. You are right.
Well, isn't that the weirdest call? Well, Josh wouldn't know. But that's the weirdest calls when you get a call from like a family member. It's like, we should hang out. It's like, no, we shouldn't.
I don't know you.
I don't know. That just might be me.
She's a sweet human being.
Yes.
I love her to death. But
Is
also,
she from here?
No, she grew up in Wyoming and Illinois, and
She's a cowgirl.
Yeah. You would
Wyoming
love her.
and
She's a
Illinois?
lot young for you, to be honest. She's 32.
Yeah, that's robbing the cradle for
Gonna
Bradley.
need to put it up about 20.
Yeah. Now, listen, she went the other way. She married a much older man and that sort of thing. And
Yeah.
so, she has the same thing you have, just at the opposite gender.
We're the same people.
Yeah.
Your
That's probably
heart's-
why I like her so much,
Yeah. She's wait, what? I just, like, have you ever played Among Us where you have to connect the wires? And I just connected. I was like, wait a minute.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. No, but yesterday was the end of softball. And here's how it was supposed to end. We had a game 2 weeks ago on a Monday, and then we didn't have a game for 10 days. Which was like, oh, wow, 10 days without a game.
That's so
or nothing.
nice.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend.
My
we
daughter
went out
was
of
actually
town.
happy.
Yeah, I mean, like, we went out of town. Everything was great. And then this is the way the season was supposed to end. This Thursday, 7:15. Friday, 7:15. Saturday, 9 o'clock, 10:30.
Jeez Louise.
That was the end of the season. Well, we lucked out. Thursday got rained out.
And they were just like, to hell with that game.
Yeah, they're not going to make it up.
Yeah.
They were like, nah.
Yeah.
Friday, we were at Pope Park, so we weren't at our like place right down here at the street. We had to drive to Pope. Did really well. We lost, but we
Was
did
your
really
daughter,
well.
Daddy, are they going to break out and come kill us? Pope Park, for all of you people not in Jackson, is right across the street from the county penal farm.
Really?
Yes.
I don't guess I've
Yeah,
ever been to Pope Park.
you and me, Gobi, because my wife, when I was like, "Where's Pope Park?" and she was like, "It's by the penal farm." I'm like, "Oh, great! You know how many times I
literally
frequent
right
that
by it.
area?"
Yeah, I have no idea where that is.
It's out Westover.
Oh.
It's out that way. It's
Okay.
not a bad looking area. I mean, but anyways, yeah. So we had those games, and then yesterday was the kicker. The ticker? My ticker.
It was my heart.
My ticker hurts. Freudian slip.
It hurt his heart.
Yeah. So yesterday was the kicker because all this time we're experiencing an unusually cool summer. And if you were listening into the episode that we just deleted like 13 seconds of on the intro, you would hear me
Then
say,
you're fucking talented.
we would appreciate you take the wiretaps off of our shit.
FBI, please go away.
Yeah. But if you were listening into that somehow, you would have heard me say, hey, I didn't have to turn on the air conditioner today. Like, we have air running, but my central unit upstairs is shit. So we have to run a window unit type thing. It's a portable that makes a lot of noise that we can edit out. Sometimes you hear it, sometimes you don't.
Did you say it was deplorable?
Yes.
Yeah.
For rich people like you, I'm sure. Having that ugly ass thing hanging out the window.
Did I say? I said horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I heard deplorable.
No.
I was like,
Makes
am I
me look
using-
like I'm living in a
am I
trailer or
using
something.
fancier words than I'm aware of?
No, I just went with it because I was going to see what he did. It worked.
But, yeah, okay. So I was like, wait a minute. I was like, two people just said I said deplorable. This is it. I'm tasting purple. Y'all got to get me out of here.
I woke up today and chose violence. That's what happened.
Just mass hysteria and confusion is my recipe for the day. But no, like you would have heard me say, it's unusually cold. And it's been an unusually cooler summer so far,
Well,
except for
spring.
like 2 weeks.
It's still spring. What this is spring.
Yeah.
Turns out we're having a spring.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. We don't ever have those
Yeah,
here.
we rarely do. I mean,
And-
we have a week or two usually, and then it's over.
Yeah, and by June 1st, it's usually 95 in the shade.
Yep. It's
And
definitely hot by June
Ball
1st.
rashes are happening everywhere by June 1st.
Yeah, the gold bond is out in effect. But for the most part, we've had days that was like in the 70s.
A lot of rain.
A lot of rain. Like today's a rainy day.
The next 7 days.
So like the next couple days, it's not supposed to be too terribly hot. So we were blessed with no hot softball games, which was always my contingent. Like Penny's going to get out there. My daughter's going to get out there and be like, it is way too hot. Fuck this game.
Now she's going to be fooled.
Yes.
Yes.
With the same thing happened with the Renaissance Fair. Like we went to a Renaissance Fair last week, me and my wife, and we were like, "This is awesome. We got to come back next year in costumes because we were
You
cold."
fucking idiots. You know that you're going to be sweaty, nasty
That's
motherfuckers
what I said.
next year.
Next year, I was like, "This has ruined us. Like,
Yep.
it will never be as good as this because it was 58 degrees." And I'm like, the whole time we're walking around in shorts, going, kind of chilly. But like, we ought to wear
I
costumes.
haven't been to that big Ren Fair.
It is awesome.
In Murfreesboro
Yes,
area.
yeah, it's awesome, dude. We ought to all go. Like,
No.
oh, you'd love it.
Fucking dumb shit.
You'd love it.
That dude
why
built the whole castle just to have Ren Fairs, basically.
Yeah.
It's dope. He
Yeah.
built that whole castle with his own money.
Well, here's the reason why we didn't go to the castle, because the castle is a good, like, 9 blocks away, and there's no real way to get there other than take a shuttle.
Yeah.
And the shuttles they were using were just school buses. And I'm like, I don't really...
You smell like armpit after you
Yeah.
get out of there.
I don't really want to get on a school bus. so
He's like,
we...
I've had bad experiences.
Yeah, I threw up on myself one time.
He bus driver's like, get out.
Get off the bus! And I got off the bus covered in puke.
On the side
On
of
the
the
side
street.
of the street. It was like 3 blocks from my house.
That's
She was
hilarious.
pissed.
That's hilarious.
I had an hour and a half long
She
bus
probably
ride.
called her husband right after you said, this fat little shit pooped all
I'm
over
gonna be
my
home
bus.
late. Fuck.
I used to have to get on the bus at 6 a.m., bro.
Yeah, that was
6 a.m.
I don't
That
know.
was so stupid.
Well, this was elementary school, so we'd have to get on at 7, and we'd get to school at 8:15. So it was an hour and 15-minute bus ride. It sucked, and then an hour and 15-minute ride home.
Well, the funny thing is I got on first in the afternoon, and then weirdly they usually run them in reverse, right?
Yeah.
But they don't. But so I was first off in the. I got on first in the morning and got off first in the afternoon. I was like, thank God.
Yeah, you got home early. If that was
Yeah.
middle school, you definitely got off first.
Woo! Yeah. And then I would go home and watch Dragon Ball Z and go to bed.
before y'all home early. Before y'all get home, my balls are gonna be empty.
They always are. Even at school. Wait.
Well, you could save time if you just did it on the bus. We call that a Pee Wee Herman or a George Michael. Anyways, they didn't really do it on a bus, but you get the idea.
Might as well have.
Anyways,
They had a crowd.
the last night of my daughter's softball games was yesterday,
What? That's a weird transition.
and it was hot. Like the sun was out. I got a little bit of a burn. It's gone now. I put some stuff on. It's gone now. You can't see it, but but it was hot, and it was the first time she was like, I'm done. So after the softball game, We nothing to. We won the last game, which was
with
rare.
her sitting down, or
No, she played.
Okay.
I don't.
I was making sure that she didn't just quit, and you're like, oh, it's okay,
She wanted to.
because that's not good.
Almost all the girls out there wanted to quit. They were done yesterday.
Tell them to quit being such punk asses and get out there and throw the ball around.
She's like, I'm 8.
Yeah,
Be like, I don't give a fuck.
but the
Hard life lesson right here.
The funny thing is, it's like they're doing All-Stars now. And the coach was like talking to my wife about All-Stars, and she was like, All-Stars starts this week. And Julia was like, she's like, that goes through mid-July. And she's like, please tell me you didn't put us down for All-Stars. she's like, no. I was like, thank God. But I think it would be different if she enjoyed it more. But this isn't a passion of hers. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't something she wants to do.
It's a passion of one of the hers.
Yeah.
Just
I don't
not
know.
the right one.
I think Mom's was ready to give up on it mid-season too, because it's, dude, if she liked it, that was the thing. If she loved it, I would go and support. I'd wear like shirt with her name on. I'd have a picture and everything.
Have a bow in your head.
Yeah, but she don't care. She don't care at all. So, but no,
So
afterwards.
she's going to play next year.
Oh, dude, next year's when it gets crappy.
Yeah, they start throwing to each other.
Oh God, yeah.
At 9, 10 is when they start throwing. That's when I
Yes.
played my first year of Little League, and it was awful because I just got hit all the time. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck this.
They either get hit or it's like wild pitch. Wild pitch. Although they do have a new rule now. After you walk 4 people, the coach pitches.
Well, that's really stupid.
Well, for me, I was like, I don't think I could take that. I don't think I could take just watching them pitch back and
It
forth.
is brutal. There's no doubt.
Oh.
Because they didn't do that when my daughter did it. She's 11 now. When she was 9, she played that, and I was just like, boy, this is dreadful to watch.
What was the old Big Jay Okerson bit? He was like, he's like, my girl likes to, my daughter likes to play girls soccer, and somebody goes, woo. He's like, really dude, for 9-year-old soccer? He's like, you know how boring 9-year-old soccer is?
Yeah.
He's like, exactly the same amount of boring as regular soccer. he's like I just show up and be like, hey man, he's like, I'm here baby, but please just don't blow everybody in the locker room. I'm supportive, just know I'm here, but God, this is boring.
Yeah, it's rough.
So
Children's sports are I don't watch college football. When I watched football, I didn't watch college football because it was too shitty. Because the regular NFL was way better.
When you watch pro, that was my thing. I'm a pro fan, like with pro sports, and it's like especially football. And watching college football is okay for me, but
Dude, every fucking wide receiver's wide open every fucking play.
yeah, well, every wide receiver's open for like 1 or 2 teams because they recruit. With the NFL, you can't really do that. You get draft picks. It's done a little bit more fair where the players are divvied up.
Yeah.
In college, it's like once you have a good year, I mean, you're set for recruiting for another 2 years. And if you have a good year out of that, then like look at Alabama. Alabama's got a great program because they won like really quickly under Nick Saban. It was like, well, okay.
Well, and that's all thanks to Nick Saban's
Yeah.
recruiting.
Yeah, that
You know what I
too.
mean? At the end of the day,
Yeah.
he went in there and sucked some kids off or whatever.
Allegedly.
Did he really?
No.
I was going to say, damn. My wife would be heartbroken.
Tear in his eye, he said, roll tide.
Whatever it has to be done, right?
He sacrificed everything for that school.
I figured he just dog cussed him. And like, if you don't get your ass to my school, I'm going to be back here next Thursday.
No, he definitely paid him.
Probably so.
Allegedly.
He had that
that's
dolphin
gotta-
money and he
Yeah.
just
That's
divvied it
got to
out.
come out soon, right?
Yeah.
You're just waiting on that. Every major program has had that problem.
Yeah, no shit, because all of them get paid.
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah, me too.
I'm fine with them paying them.
Pay those motherfuckers.
Because you mean to tell me the guy that played for South Carolina a couple years back, whose knee bent back like a horse leg, and he was like, until that point, he was like projected like top 10 pick in the NFL. He ended up coming back and doing it again, and never going to the NFL. He's a coach now. So it's like, yeah, pay those guys. Because how many jerseys did you sell with his number on them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And let's be honest, how many 16 jerseys are at Tennessee's? Oh, but Peyton got a full ride. Oh, great. Now he can use that for what? But how much money did you make off of him?
That's right. That's the problem I have with it.
But anyways, I digress. Anyways, after the softball game, we had a party out at my mother-in-law's place for the players. We had a big blow-up slide.
Woo, karaoke.
Oh man, my back.
Oh, boy.
Shot
Wait, you were
back
sliding
now.
too?
Oh God, yeah, man.
What?
Did you got the picture I sent?
Hang on,
right?
wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're talking about like a
Thought it was for
25
kids.
foot.
Stop. You exceed the
inflatable-
weight limit of that
No.
thing. You absolutely do.
No, I do not.
You do too.
I do not.
I've rented those things, and you absolutely exceeded this.
You couldn't
the
tell
weight
that I was on it because when I was climbing
It's
it.
not that he don't exceed the weight limit. You just you couldn't tell.
limit. Yeah, he's like, man, it didn't even deflate when I got on it.
We're not talking about a dandy jumper,
No,
like
no, yeah,
one of
yeah.
those little small castles. No, I wouldn't
No.
jump on that. But we're talking about like one of those big
Big
25
industrial
feet.
size.
Yes.
Yeah, I got
No,
you.
no. These are the same ones we rented for like project graduation when I was in high school.
I've
And we
rented
had like
those for birthdays
25
before.
high
Yeah.
schoolers on them.
Yep.
So, but anyways, so yeah, I'm sore today.
He's like, I slid down a slide. I'm sore.
Well, I had a kid kick me down the first time. Well, there's a wall at the end too.
A kid.
A kid. Well, here's the thing.
Go,
You're up there.
fat ass! I want to have fun. You're all scared. You're like, wow, this is fucking high.
25 feet, eh?
You're like eye level with hawks and
then,
shit.
then they Nancy Kerrigan my ass and I fall
Yes,
down it
they
like Chris
did.
Farley.
Uh,
Good Lord. But no, like, every other time I was jumping and sliding. Like the fun part is try to hit the incline, like to jump out like a drop kick and fall going, like at that incline as far as you can before you hit the slide.
Yeah.
which is all the way down. He bounces up. Every reaction has an equal and opposite.
But no, that's what you would do. You get about a quarter of the way down and you would hit the slide and it would bounce you forward and then you would hit the slide again and slide down.
So
Or
at your
7
weight
kids
limit,
pop off.
that's
They
what I
had
was
netting.
getting to. So like you got a line of kids up like 25 feet in the air waiting on you to get down,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And you do a jump, and then your big ass deflates it. Like
it
as
didn't.
soon as you hit, are they not just going to fall straight down?
They
No,
did.
no, it
He's
slowly
burying
deflates.
them.
Oh, they would have. Yes.
No, it slowly deflates.
Yeah, because he definitely broke it.
I didn't. I didn't. Everything was fine. But the two things that I will say that was weird, like every time you climb those, the ladder on them, they have a ladder that comes up one side. The rungs are literally that thick.
Yep.
So like when I woke up this morning, my heels hurt from trying to stick my big size 13 foot on this little 1-inch rung and climb up.
That may have been a sign that you were too big for the thing.
This is made for teeny weenies.
Nah, man.
No,
I was on
full-grown
there.
adults. It's like, well, you're bigger than a full-grown adult. It turns
Yeah.
out.
Well, it's still, I can still have fun.
At everyone else's expense.
Everybody was fine.
All the kids are like, God, I wish this giant would leave.
No, they loved it. They loved it when I got up there. Like, he's coming.
They were just terrified.
No, they loved it. When I got up there once, like I said,
Jolly green fucking giant.
the first one, I was getting ready to go down, and somebody pushed me, like pushed my leg because they're shorter than me, and I slipped down, and I was going so fast I couldn't control my body, and my legs slammed into the inflatable wall. And my knee jammed up. I was like, "Ow!" But I'm okay. I'm just
and then
sore
he went
today.
back 700 more
I
times.
did. I went back a lot.
He was like, that was so much fun. I have to do it.
I'm going
way
to prove
more.
this kid wrong.
I went back a lot, but it was fun, man. Everybody had a good time. We ended up getting burnt, but it's my weekend. That was. Do you want to get into your weekend now, or you want to wait until after the break?
Oh, definitely after the break. Got to play that song.
Gobi, how was your weekend?
Good. I had an extended weekend. I took Thursday and Friday off of work and went to Nashville and kayaked the Cumberland River into downtown Nashville, and then which is crazy because
That sounds like the plot of some kind of terrorist movie. I kayaked in there and set up my C4.
turns out the Cumberland's a very pretty good sized river,
Yeah.
and barges go through there all the time. It's exciting.
In downtown Nashville and River, you think like hypodermics floating everywhere. And
No, it was a good time.
Condoms and shit.
We definitely
Not
picked-
Nashville.
We definitely.
oh, yeah,
picked-
people definitely aren't doing heroin in Nashville, Richard.
Never.
Not
They-
condoms. I'm talking about condoms.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nobody's getting laid in them tight cowboy pants.
No, they're getting
They're
laid.
just not using
protected.
condoms. Yeah. They're not wasting those
Yeah.
condoms.
That's my drug money.
But yeah, I mean, it was just a little 3-mile kayak, nothing too crazy, and then walked across the bridge into downtown and ate some ice cream.
Did you have to
and-
carry the kayak?
What do you mean?
We had a kayak, didn't
Yeah.
we?
we rented a kayak.
Oh, okay.
And then when we got done with that experience, we walked across the bridge.
Gotcha. Okay. I was thinking, I was like,
Because you park at the stadium,
yes.
and then they pick you up there, right beside the river,
Uh-huh.
that bridge, the pedestrian bridge that goes
yeah.
across from the stadium to downtown. They pick you up right by that bridge, and then they go 3 or 4 miles up river, and then they drop you off at a boat ramp, and then they're like, "We'll see you.
Good
back.
luck, bitches.
We'll see you back where we started." And then
The incline on that pedestrian bridge is
it's a little aggressive.
that was a leg of the 5K I ran down there.
Oh boy,
Yeah, like the Titans 5K that they use goes through that bridge.
That's rude.
And that's one of the many inclines
That's
of
rude.
downtown Nashville that you Oh, it's a brutal 5K.
we did carry a kayak up the bank of the river.
Yeah.
But other than that, no. We
Okay.
didn't. Yeah.
Cool.
We just
Yeah, I just thought
rented-
you brought one.
No, we rented a kayak and tandem kayak actually, so we could hang out together. And then it was a good time. Ice cream. Then we went to Murfreesboro for the next day and hung out. And
Hopefully that was a lady with you, right?
yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say because a tandem like
I've
was somebody like this
I
guy.
tandemed with a bro before.
know.
That ain't no shit.
But the way you presented it was more like, it was nice. It was a tandem.
So we could hang out.
Oh,
It wasn't
well,
like extreme, you
It was
know.
a best friend's kayak.
That's how I talk about my best friends. I don't know what the problem is.
You made it sound like you got a blowy on a kayak.
No, I
Which
didn't.
is-
That was later at the hotel,
Okay.
bro.
Hey.
Although I've never been in a kayak, but I feel like
It definitely
the balance
wouldn't be great for blowies, for sure.
feels like a good way to get a mouthful of river water.
Yeah, we definitely got. Turns out,
Somebody got a mouthful of something.
no, the river water was aggressive when
Yeah.
the fucking
Barge.
goes by, and it fucking makes waves. You're like, oh geez, this is gonna be aggressive, way more than anything else you'll ever do on
Yeah.
a regular river. So, but yeah, I had a great time, and then didn't do much yesterday, and then had brunch today, and the chef came out and was like, man, you guys are here every Sunday. We're like, yes sir. And he was like, you guys get to pick some menu items for the next menu that we put out.
Hey.
So we get to pick our own menu items.
Well, that's
Man,
fun.
Captain Brunch himself. That's awesome.
It is fun.
What are
You
y'all
got-
gonna pick? Pick pizza.
well,
make them regret the decision.
we did
Chocolate
make jokes.
covered
We do have
graham
we do
crackers.
have a picky friend, and he loves, weirdly enough, not heated up, but just hot dogs on tortillas. And we were like, man, we should definitely suggest that.
Was he 7?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Basically, he's a
Don't get in trouble.
He's a 26-year-old, 7-year-old.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Okay.
No, he's awful at food, but like the only thing he genuinely loves on the menu is steak, eggs, and eggs.
Did his
Is the name
parents
of the item.
hot dogs on tortilla? Did his parents meet on the Jerry Springer show?
I don't know, bro.
Like he just ate whatever was available to him in the fridge.
That sounds like some
Well, they
stuff
clear-
I grew up with.
Yeah, they clearly didn't like make him eat anything.
He'll either fix it himself or he won't eat.
Now drink that Kool-Aid to wash it down. That's 25 cents a pack right
This
there.
is the same friend. He tried Eggs Benedict one time we went, and he was like, boy, I really don't like this. And which is, one of the best breakfast foods of all time. And then he tried something else, and he was like, what's a chive? And I was like, what the fuck do you mean, what's a chive?
Although
piece
that
of
is the
shit's what it
hardest.
is.
I was
That's
like-
the hardest question to answer, though. Really.
I was like, well, it's an onion. And he was like, I don't really like onions. And I was like, what? And then
It's not oniony though.
and then
It
it's,
really is.
It is.
a chive is an onion.
I know it is, but it's not very oniony. Like
Oh.
it's not
It's
like
definitely different than an onion.
yeah, it's not like the
And-
same flavor.
But and so his fiance was like at the same table, obviously, and she was like, "You like chives, dummy. You like it on this and that and this." And he was like, "All right." And then he had chives, and he was like, "Boy, I do love these chives."
Went to Mexico once on a cruise. You remember Bubba? He's done y'all show. He ordered a
Escargot.
chicken burrito type thing with mole sauce.
Oh, mole sauce is like a peanut butter
It's
sauce.
chocolate.
Chocolate. Oh.
So I remember he ordered it. He took half a bite of it. He was like, "Nope, don't like it. Don't want it. Don't like it." And I had to try it. And I was like, "That is terrible with the combination." Now I don't know what it's for. I imagine when they did
Or
it
for
listen-
desserts?
Listen what the gringo just
No,
ordered.
no, it's not. It's not just for desserts.
No, they
It's-
use it on every they
Yeah.
use it on all kinds of
What
stuff.
the hell's wrong with
But
him,
when you
Richard
hear
Lake?
mole, you think guacamole.
Oh no, jeez Louise.
That's what I thought.
You guys
So when he
are
ordered
retarded.
it, I was like, "That sounds good."
He thought it was
guacamole."
local slang for guacamole.
Let me get some of that mole.
Let me go.
We'd have to ask him because I'm wondering what he thought that day because I just remember like when mole sounds nice. What is that? And I read it and I was like, "Are you sure you ordered what you thought you ordered?" And he was like, "Yeah." And it got there and it was like brown, like dark brown.
Yeah.
It's like, ew.
I've heard good things, but I've never had it.
Yeah. It was okay. I mean, if on something different, like something sweeter, it would have been nice. Now it's kind of like the you're always surprised. What's that thing they have at Cheddar's? It's like the peanut butter and
I don't
jelly.
know. They're always fucking packed. I can't eat there.
I don't understand that. Cheddar's isn't good.
Well, they have this one thing. It's like a PB&J, like chicken sandwich or a jelly chicken sandwich or something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
It's
Yeah.
the same premise as anything sweet and savory.
And
at
it's
the same
not
time.
bad. It was actually really good.
Chicken and waffles?
Yeah.
Yeah, people love that. Turns out sweet and savory go together sometimes. But
it's just amazing. But mole sauce and a chicken burrito that he ordered did not go together.
It's amazing.
Chicken, onions, bell peppers, and chocolate. Oh, man. But, hey, we do have to get to this because I was the dumbass last week that forgot, Josh. I forgot that we have a few congratulatory voicemails.
Now, look, you didn't forget shit because we said weeks ago 200 is not it. That is not like that. That's not the milestone.
Are we milestoning it today?
It is
Are
milestone
we?
day.
Are we?
201. It's the
Are we?
beginning.
Okay.
This is the beginning.
I put all my eggs in last week's basket. We'll do it again. We'll do it again.
This is a double celebratory. We were leading up to this week.
I've been drying
I'm
out
just
for
trying
the
to
past
make
week,
them
so-
feel like we didn't forget.
Yeah.
There we go.
They forgot.
The new millennium started in 2001.
That's what I'm saying.
We
That's
talked
what we
about
talked
that.
about. And so this is the milestone here.
All right. Well, we got these voicemails, and let's listen to some of them here.
Hey guys, I just thought I would call in. Yeah, this is BT. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good.
You know,
Oh,
this
it's voicemail.
episode number right here, it's a big accomplishment.
201.
201.
This weekend, stspod.club, that's stspod.club, we'll be having our 450 episodes.
I just want to point out this.
Transcription's awful.
Yeah. The Google Voice to Text is like a big run-on sentence. Hey, guys, I just thought I would call in. This is BT. How's it going, guys? Now, we're good there. You know this episode number right here. We're good there. It's a big accomplishment. Home this weekend. STS. We'll be having our 400. That's right, 458 episodes. But it's like one of those people that calls you about your car warranty.
And
wrote
they don't
this
really
email.
understand how to
Yeah.
talk.
So this is a milestone, guys. A milestone. And I can just pat you on the back and tell you how much I really, really enjoy listening to you every week. And it's like two old friends sit down, and y'all are two old friends, and then y'all add somebody else every once in a while, and sit down and just bullshit. And that's what I like about it. And no matter what, your podcast is always, if I'm listening to something else,
He said iffy at
and
some
the
point.
new episode comes into the feed, then I start playing y'all's episode. So Anthony and Doug, all I could wait, what? Oh, Josh and Richard, yeah, hey Josh and Richard, happy 200th episode, guys.
We're not that show. You defeated Doug, did you not?
I did. I
You
defeated.
did.
Look
You
at the
whipped-
shirt, Josh.
you whipped
Look
his
at the
little
shirt.
ass, or-
The shirt says I defeated everybody, including you.
You pieces of shit.
But it
Yeah.
was close.
Yeah, it was close.
So really, I got the silver, right?
Nah.
Come on.
Silver don't get eliminated first round.
I got silver. I don't give a damn what you say.
We did get this one in. Let's see what this is.
Hey guys, I just thought I would call in. Yeah, this is BT. How's
Same
it going,
shit.
Oh, wait.
guys? You know,
We need a new board runner.
Anybody else tasted purple?
This motherfucker.
Tasted purple.
He's having a stroke. He's like, hey guys, listen to this.
Listen.
This one called
He
it.
just does it over and over. Hey, we got another one.
That would've been
Hey
a good
guys, this is BT. I'm just gonna let you know
That's nice.
I don't really like your podcast very much.
Yeah, over and over again. It's like, how long would y'all let that go before y'all were like,
Oh,
are you okay?
We instantly shut it down.
He did instantly shut that down.
Good to have friends. All right, here's the real next one.
Hey, this is Ethan. Josh's hemorrhoid. I just thought I'd call in and tell you how much I miss you, Josh. I miss being part of your ass.
Well, I don't miss
I really
you.
do. But the main thing is, congratulations, guys, on the 200th episode. I've listened to all of them. Miss you, Judge.
Can we please just read that transcription? The
That's
transcription.
hemorrhoid.
This is amazing. Hey, this is Ethan Josh's hemorrhoid. They got that right, bro.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd call and tell you how much do you charge, and I miss being part of your ass. I really do, but the main thing is congratulations, guys, on the 215 Sewed Up Wizard. all of them.
Meet you, Judge.
You judge. This is Nathan. Does it really? We should just call our own fucking hotline and try to see what the
transcription comes back as.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh,
wow.
That's great. Well, thanks to BT and
Sewed
Ethan.
Up Wizard.
Sewed Up Wizard. All of them meet you, Judge. Oh, man. We do have one more. I just want to play this, and we're going to have to pause this a couple times.
Hey, guys. It's Lance. I just want to tell a quick story for airing usage and airing purposes. You have my approval. You know, we're all known as a guy. You know, if people don't know us all that well, we're known as a guy. So, like, to some people, I'm the Fleetwood Mac guy. To some people, I'm the Dodgers guy. To some people, I'm the music guy. In fact, I wrote a book. It's called All the Right Notes. It's available for the low price of $15 on Amazon.com. I'm not sure. If you've heard about that.
That's a good promo.
Yeah, we actually have a copyright here.
We do.
Yeah.
Is it in Audible form? Because I'm
No,
not much of a reader.
Well, I said that about subtitles last week or 2-3 weeks ago, and you called me a loser, basically.
Well, hang on, wait a minute. What?
I said that about subtitles.
Who said that about subtitles?
I did.
Said what about subtitles?
He said he didn't like
watching
foreign
movies.
language or shows or whatever and having to read or
having
whatever.
to read and all that.
Oh, well, I don't mind reading television, apparently. Just books. Because I am an advocate of subtitles.
Yeah, I can't. It takes away from the movie for me.
He's like, it distracts.
It distracts.
Actually, I can actually see what's going on. I don't like that.
I would not like TV if I was deaf. I just
read a book.
I couldn't. I'd have to just read a book.
But you wouldn't understand onomatopoeias, though.
I don't understand them now.
I don't even know what you just said right now.
All right, here we go.
So, but apparently, to the P3 audience, I am known as the has never shit his pants guy. Yeah. And I don't know how this is.
Are also a liar.
Yeah, you're the liar.
Yeah.
That's what we don't call you the not shit your pants. We just call you the liar.
Yeah. It's much shorter. And more accurate.
But that's the guy that I am on this show to this audience. So I just want to tell you a quick story illustrating the fact that I've never shit my pants. And
how do you tell a story about not shitting your pants? He's like, boy, I come close 3 or 4 times in my life, but never have I actually shitted my pants.
Still. We were at the Renaissance Fair and watching the joust, and one horse.
He's like, and I shit my pants.
One of the horses on the field just opened up his asshole and just. And that was still less horse shit than what Lance is spewing right here.
Taco Bell the other day. I think you might have seen I posted that I had been at Taco Bell. Richard, I don't have the willpower that you have to only have a bean burrito or a bean or whatever the hell you said you had.
Yep, bean burrito.
Because you're on a diet. I had the...
Going well, by the way. I'm down... back when I told you what I weighed, about 2 months ago? I'm down 20 pounds now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I hadn't been able to break that 20-pound mark in about a week, but... it's good to have goals. But yeah, I do have a bean burrito from Taco Bell. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's
Boy, what a ringing endorsement for fucking bean burritos at Taco Bell.
Naked chicken chalupa, for the record, it was thumbs down, pretty generic. So I had about an hour to go before I got home, and Taco Bell doing Taco Bell things to my stomach, you know. So
like making you shit your pants.
I'm like, man, am I going to actually join the cool kids club and join my brothers and shit my pants on the way home? Because it's already starting to hit me, this Taco Bell, and I still have an hour to get home.
But this was Chicago, so I just pulled my pants down and shit on the street.
I just want to point this out, because we live in the South. How far away do they post up fucking Taco Bells from your house in Chicago? Because I would have figured there would have been one every other corner. An hour away?
Well, I mean, it's like a train ride.
Yeah.
It's probably literally like 5 blocks. You just don't want to walk.
We saw a Taco Bell in downtown Nashville, and they had live music.
No.
Really?
That's not a fucking joke.
Was it a mariachi band?
No, it was a goddamn country artist in the fucking Taco Bell performing. They have a small stage, and there's like Taco Bell with live music in Nashville.
Are you sure it was a legit Taco Bell? It wasn't like
100%. It had a guitar built into the fucking logo.
This next song's called You're Cheating Hard. Go ahead and try those Nachos Bel Grande. You're cheating
I made a
hard.
lot of jokes about it on the way to get ice cream, for sure.
That's hilarious.
I need to go to the country Taco Bell now.
Featuring Nelly.
It's so hot in.
Him and Tim McGraw.
Sir Burritos. He's got the food theme song.
I think about it over and over again.
I miss the Mexican pizza, yeah. All right, let's play more Lance here.
Am I actually finally going to do it and be cool like those guys? But what did I do? I maintained my composure and my dignity, and I made it home the entire hour without soiling myself and with nothing, no side effects, nothing happened. Got home, was A-okay. So imagine that. It can be done. A grown man not shitting his pants when he has to go. So anyway.
Hey, fuck you guys.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
listen,
you think you're better than us.
a lot of times, it's not just Taco Bell. It might be Taco Bell and our old buddy Jack.
Yeah.
And Jiggity Jack is going to talk back.
Or it could be you streak the hell out of your underwear and you just don't want to leave that part out. That happens too. Sometimes you clench enough that you get the ass sweat. You might as well just change your underwear at that point. Liar.
He's the best shiznooter, really.
Yeah. I'm going to send you this
Send
shirt.
him that shirt.
Being said, I just wanted to mainly really call and congratulate you guys on 200. It's been a joy getting to know you guys as well as listening to the show on a weekly basis. Keep up the great work. The two of you are amazing. Great chemistry. Get us through a few more of those tabs every week, will you? Because that would be cool. So love hearing the news stories and everything that we miss. You know, the newspapers up here in Chicago don't always catch all those things. So anyway, again, congrats on 200. Sincerely signing off, the Crown Prince of Sphincter and or colon control, Lance Levine.
Oh, we appreciate it, Lance.
Copy and paste that somewhere. We got to remember that.
I just want to point out, like, they keep Taco Bells really far away, and they're still relying on newspapers in Chicago. That's amazing.
Look, some people just can't break old habits. You got to have that paper version.
It's the same people that don't shit their pants that Patreon those places. Is that the way you say it?
Aren't
Patreon?
newspapers like $5
They're
now?
expensive now.
That's insane.
But anyways, we want to say thank you to BT and Lance
Man, Ethan,
and your hemorrhoid for calling in and
Ethan, you can go fuck yourself. I'm
very
done.
diverse
I'm
crowd. We
done
have.
with you.
Nobody
I'm
from
so
our
done.
hometown called, but one from Chicago. Well, I guess your hometown was represented.
That motherfucker should be resting in peace in a disposable can somewhere.
Is that how they do it when they?
Well,
cut
they
them
bound
out?
it through it somewhere after
I figured
they cut
just
it out.
like burned it all.
No, they cut it out.
Did they?
Yes.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, something that you can cut out is your nipples. Cut them right off.
Okay. It will happen.
And one way you can do that is to order the cheap version of our shirt, but you can spring for a little bit more if you really like us and go to tinyurl.com/P3radiotees.
If you like yourself.
Yeah, if you like yourself, if you value having nipples. Some of you might be men and you just don't see the value of nipples anyways on yourselves. I mean,
I've never really understood them, but
doesn't make any sense.
you can pierce them.
Yeah,
Get some
I
little
guess so.
dangly going on.
Feel good when they're tickled.
For
But
some,
one thing,
I guess.
But one thing that you can do for yourself and your nipples, we got a way off course here, is go to tinyurl.com/P3radiotees. Josh, tell them about all the great shirts they're going to find over
Well, I
there.
want to tell them about nipple health first, Richard. No, actually, I want to tell them all about them great shirts, man. We got the ECW like T-shirt. Dwayne's still going to get that truck. Freddy's Front Yard Slaughterhouse, the cover art, and so much more. tinyurl.com/P3radiotees.
tinyurl.com/P3radiotees, the home of P3 Radio Tees.
Damn! Shit! Look at the ass on that bitch. Look at the titties. Oh, shit!
That's right.
Yep.
There's only one place where we can go. Just see freaky hoes doing shows, doing tricks to make us holler. On a given night, all for $1. Silicone bread.
Are they still performing?
Not like us, but
I don't think so.
This is Two Live Crew.
Them hoes got it going on. I like big booty and big old titties. Bitch, you know you've been fucked by many. So come and
You know, Barry Horowitz got in trouble for using this song in All Japan Wrestling in '92.
Why the hell was Barry Horowitz using this song?
I guess he was saying how far he could push it. These Japanese people don't know shit. They're not going to understand the lyrics. Oh, and then Mr. Baba-san came to you. You shall not use that anymore. He got reprimanded.
It really is One Track Mind, isn't it?
Oh, very much. Kind of like me. I relate to these men.
They couldn't have took a better picture, a promo picture. Look at this guy. It's like Tiger Woods if he didn't work out.
It's Tiger Woods in 10 years. That one dude just got out of
Although
church.
I feel like Tiger Woods lived his life by this song.
Oh, definitely.
We're topical here.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Decade-old information.
You guys are like, man, what about Tiger Woods when he cheated on his wife a bunch?
And then she beat his ass.
That motherfucker, you figure he had a golf club or something handy.
Oh, he did. It was hitting him in the head.
Oh, she grabbed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was the old saying because, you know, they think he was on Ambien and she woke him up, like, because she found out.
Oh.
And then he was trying to get away because she was smacking him or whatever, and he jumped in his car, still on Ambien, and wrecked.
You can't fuck with them Dutch women.
No.
They will hit you back.
They will hit you back.
Hit
With a
you
windmill.
First. They'll hit you fucking first, bro. They'll fucking hit you.
Did we say windmills were Dutch or Switzerland? I can't remember.
Man, we don't know.
Both.
We went through this, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We're all still stupid.
But Josh, why did we? Yeah, we learned nothing. We learned nothing of this,
dude. This was the first.
We're like, is it Dutch or Swiss? It's like it's German.
Yeah,
same shit.
same people. They all like shit porn.
You know, stupid Europeans.
Yeah.
No,
if
man.
it ain't America,
Are they
it ain't good
European?
enough.
They are.
I don't-
European. I'm peeing. Everybody's peeing.
Yeah, I remember. I don't think we ever really got to the bottom of like geography either. Remember, we did that for a little while. We were like, I don't know what's where.
And then we challenged each other to
Yeah.
name these state or the countries rather.
Yeah.
They're all states.
Y'all remember that first episode we did 200 episodes ago?
Yeah.
Where me and Josh were talking about throwing a ball across the street while we were talking on a talk boy. That was good times, wasn't it?
And it
Anyways.
hasn't gotten any better since.
No.
Nope.
Josh, why did we want to play this song?
Well, like I said, man, this is the only song I could think of to describe yesterday, which would have been Saturday. Man,
Anniversary?
I was. No, Lord, no.
Anniversary hole?
Anniversary of what?
Whoa.
Anniversary of what?
Well, he wouldn't have played this for the anniversary hole
No.
unless you were popping it away from you.
Yeah.
Like, nope.
I was popping it while I was getting busy.
With a sack.
No, man.
Sometimes if you scare it, it'll tighten up on you.
So I guess you got your secretary to send me a fucking text message yesterday. And it was all proper and
I was
shit.
like, wait a minute,
I
what?
thought it was a rib because it was like, Richard would like to ask you to come, or no, she said, I assume it was a she. Richard would like to invite you guys to come to this, and then sent that picture of that fucking like
25-foot
4-story
slide.
tall inflatable slide or whatever. I was like, I would, but I'm in Martin today.
And how is he?
He's the man.
He's tight.
Yeah, he was popping that pussy.
No, Martin, Tennessee.
Get that away from here.
All right, so he's got a nickname now. Tennessee.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
Because he's the only 10 you see.
Yep.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Martin.
boy. So we didn't have any kids yesterday. They had all gone and went on adventures by themselves and whatnot. And we was like, we've never ate at this place. We're always seeing it on Facebook.
Oh, the grind.
Yeah, sounds like a strip club, don't it?
Yeah, apparently I'm the only person that hadn't heard of this old 1980s MTV show.
No. The grind is pretty good.
Is it?
And it's like a 80s themed
Is it?
restaurant. Yeah.
They stole the name then from MTV. You remember the grind? The
Yeah,
dance
that was
show?
in the 90s, though.
Was it?
They're promoting the 80s up in that motherfucker. And they're promoting a lot of shit, including pussy. I'm gonna
Really?
tell you, well, I mean, might as well be. Might as well be, because that's all I seen in there.
You want some pussy with that side of guacamole burger?
Yes, ma'am, I do. And,
it's going
dude,
to be weird taste palette.
it's one of those...
With the mole.
It's one of those deals...
Extra mole sauce, please.
Like, this was like 11 o'clock, just turned lunchtime, right? And we go up, and they're like, well, you want to get put on the list? It's going to be about 30 minutes. And there's already like a bunch of people outside just waiting, and the restaurant inside, it's not the biggest building in the world, and I guess they keep it that size to control how many guests they have at one time or whatever. It's really good shit, man. It's more of a high class burger joint than anything, and they serve
It's like a local Red Robin, but better.
Yeah,
it looks really good. I'm looking at some of the.
10
I
times
can't
better.
have
It's real
any of
American-y.
this. I can't have any of this on my diet.
Yeah.
It's real fat diabetic American
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
My wife, she got the
Look at the horror in this kid's face right here.
No, that's
brother.
wonderment.
Oh my god!
How'd they get so much chocolate in this?
No,
that's definitely mole
Their
sauce.
shakes are ridiculous.
And no shit, from this table right here, our chocolate milkshake was this goddamn
Good
tall.
God, was that like $22?
No, it was 11.
Oh,
But they have two straws.
I was
so,
thinking both of you paid.
Lord, no.
Well, just one.
She's paying with her money. But, I mean, they put donuts and fudge rounds and all kind of cream shit on top. Then you got the ice cream on the bottom or whatever.
Yeah.
And the burger that she got was called the Luther. It was named after Luther Vandross. And this motherfucker doesn't have... Well, that's
This
Barry White.
asshole fucking words, man. I mean, he's got words that he don't even need.
Yeah, my bad.
God damn it.
Forgot who it was. Luther was like, "You are my letter." Was that Luther?
Yes.
Was he also my endless love?
I think so. Either way, I'm not a fucking soul music expert by any means.
You are my letter.
But the goddamn Luther, it doesn't have a hamburger bun. It was made within a donut.
Does it start really big and get smaller at the end?
No, it's just fucking large and in charge.
That was Luther Vandross.
And,
I think he's dead now, isn't he?
I don't fucking know.
I'm sorry.
Trying to explain this
I figured
goddamn
you
burger.
ordered a burger in his tribute that you knew more about Luther Vandross.
No,
my fault.
I did not order it.
I
My wife
apologize.
did. And this motherfucker had like a burger patty well over an inch thick, bacon, fondue. The motherfucker had fondue. I had to ask my wife, "What is fondue?"
You didn't know what fondue was?
I'm not rich. I don't know. And
It's just melted cheese.
That's yeah.
Or whatever they want to.
And goddamn oysters are just fucking nasty shit. But
Yeah, oysters are like a big loogie.
And anyways, we didn't know what to expect going into this restaurant. And by the way, it took an hour, so
get
their sense of time is extremely off. And I figured out why it took so goddamn long to get into this motherfucker. When you go to the grind, now I'm not saying I didn't have a good time and all that, but you're not just going in, eating real quick, and then going to do something else.
Right. This is the
This is a fucking day in itself.
Shit.
We get there, like I said, we show up at 11. We did not leave this motherfucker till almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Jeez.
And I'm fixing to tell you why. So this isn't like no regular restaurant. I went in there and immediately when we sat down, finally got seated, because we sat outside the whole time and we heard the commotion like coming in. These people are screaming and hollering and singing along with music. And evidently, there were people in there, like at least 20 different birthday shakes went and past us.
Mm-hmm.
And these motherfuckers are on fire, got goddamn sparklers and shit, the whole 9 yards.
The milkshakes?
Yes, they got sparklers sticking into them.
Light Greg on fire and take that shake to table 4. That's what I thought.
My old lady's like, you smell the fire? You smell the fire? And, dude, like, I'm serious. It was like at least 20 different people had birthdays. And it's not just happy birthday to you. It's like, clap, clap, clap. Yeah, grind. Everybody attention. It's so-and-so's birthday today. And then, like, the whole restaurant starts fucking singing.
Yeah.
And it's...
Pop that pussy.
I'm getting to that.
Oh, did they sing that?
Look at her shorts, Richard.
Yeah. We've pulled up some pictures on there.
And that is
social
being
media
conservative to what I seen yesterday.
It's Daisy Dukes that are ripped up.
Yes, man. I'm talking about all of these girls that work there are extremely attractive. And they are extremely hyper. I said, like, as soon as the girl came...
Because they feed them nothing but sugar and bacon.
I got over... Like, she came and took my order. And as soon as she left, I looked at my old lady. I would just do like half of whatever she just done because I think that'd be too much if I did a whole one. Like, what the fuck? It was like they served Coke at the time clock or something. It was fucking like, wow, this is intense. If you're like a shut-in and you don't like a lot of hoopla and whatnot, I wouldn't recommend going here because you're not going to get in and get out. And I got caught up in the coochie, man. Like, there was so much of these Daisy Dukes and fine women walking around. I almost got in trouble. What are you looking at? Nothing, baby. I was looking at that shirt over there. Like, what the fuck? You know?
Danger, Will Robinson.
And so I didn't eat anything the whole day.
I was so upset. Just wanting to look at women. And
I didn't eat anything in preparation for this restaurant.
Right.
I was saving my hunger to fucking, get satisfied here. And, dude, like, from the time we got seated, she came over and took our drink order. This motherfucker didn't come back for like 30 minutes. And the time that she did come back...
Y'all still want them drinks?
The time that she did come back, it was like, I just want to tell you, I've got these secrets, right? We got secrets, and I just... Immediately, I was like, I'm so hungry right now. I'm ending your stick. I was like, you're going to pay half on our meal. No. I'll have to talk to the manager about that. So she fucked her up.
Yeah.
And she had to go with the stick again. And she said, I got a lot of secrets, but y'all can't tell anybody, okay? And I was like, oh, so you're the Illuminati. She's like, what? I was like, it's just like, no. Maybe FBI or CIA, something like that. But we're going to be right back. And I was like, she left.
What was the secret?
You're going to find out.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
And
pop that pussy. She starts stripping on the table.
I look at my old
Sorry
lady.
about your fries being late. Here's a picture of my pussy.
Oh, we ain't even got drinks at this point.
Oh.
That's what I thought she was coming back for.
Yeah. What y'all want again?
And
don't you hate that?
I look at my wife and I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? She's like, darling, just calm down. This is an experience. You're going to have to be along for the ride.
Yeah.
I said, I just want my fucking drinks.
I didn't want to ride. I wanted food and something to drink.
And now I'm distracted by pussy.
I don't know what to do. I'm hassling like a goddamn greyhound and shit. Like, okay, so she comes back and she's dressed differently. She has a fedora. She has goddamn sunglasses, and she's brought 2 other employees with her, dressed the same way. And
Like,
she's got
like a murder mystery theater.
Yes, exactly like that. Got a goddamn briefcase, and she's like, "Look, I told y'all I had secrets. So look." And she gave me like a 2-minute spill about what the secret might be, and this and that.
Timeshare rap.
Mint Mobile.
Yes, it was a picture of Ryan Reynolds.
I got 1 week left on that whole deal.
You remember when he was trying to sell us on Mint Mobile, and we were like, "Fuck all the way off," and
now
he's
he's celebrating. I
"It's
got
so
one more
great."
week.
If you live out north, or somewhere like the big area of town, like if you live out here at south, it's if you live north, it's actually not bad, but.
He's still trying to sell us.
I don't
on it.
live out north.
He's still trying to sell us
He's
on
like,
Mint
I don't
Mobile.
live out there
Or
yet.
if you have a tin roof or wear white after Labor Day. Sometimes it just won't work, okay? Anyway, so
or you're not prepared to fucking spend 30 minutes of your life every day on ads.
Who knew? Who could have predicted that a thing called Mint Mobile that used someone else's towers?
Named after a chocolate.
If you live in a big town, it's probably a good idea because there's a lot of good. There's a lot.
Turns
of
out any phone is.
Yeah, T-Mobile that uses T-Mobile, but yeah, I mean, if you're living out in the,
I got to use 5G for the first time ever since I got this newer
Did
phone.
it burn your hand?
No, it didn't. It was the same.
Yeah,
It was the exact.
That's
fucking
what you
same.
think. You ain't had the residual yet. But anyways, okay.
So
So
what
they
was
got
the
the fucking
secret?
briefcase, and they're hiding, telling us to put our phones down and shit. Like it's a secret. This is the big deal. And I'm like, bitch, I'm on Twitter right now. Like what the fuck? And she gets the secret out. These are just secret menus, is what it was. And everything on there comparable to what I had seen on the jabroni menu.
Yeah.
It was like $5 more. I don't
Yeah.
give a damn if I can get the Luther with a goddamn chicken breast instead of a hamburger, and you're gonna make me pay $20. Well, the Luther's only $11.99.
Yeah.
You know, and you got all these other shit. It was like I look at my wife.
You can take this secret and shove it up your ass.
I look at my wife and I give her that wink, like we ain't doing this shit. You don't even need to look for it. And she said, "You've got a minute to look at the menu," and I'm just staring at it at this point. I'm just I'm trying to sneak a peek at the
Yeah.
old coochie cutters over there. And all of a sudden she's like, "You got 10 seconds left." I said, "I have a learning disability." She said,
Which isn't a lie.
No, it's really not. It's not. And she said, "Okay, well, you get 10 extra seconds." I was just fucking with
10
her at this
extra
point.
seconds.
I said, "I'm going to need you to read this to me."
Yeah.
And if she
She looks at you and
refused,
goes, "I have a learning disability too."
See, when I went to the grind, it was a few years ago, and they didn't do all of that.
wasn't as punctual, huh?
Yeah.
Well, don't go on a Saturday.
Well, it wasn't near.
They get carny as fuck on a Saturday.
Dude, that's brings me to my next point.
Oh no, what was
we just went in and ordered food and fucking ate it.
That's why I told my wife, I said, maybe we should come back on a Tuesday.
I don't know what happened.
There was 10,000 birthdays with birthday shakes and singing shit. And she takes the menus back or whatever. And my wife's like, "Did you see anything you liked on there?" I was like, "No." I said, "I'm not falling for this shit. Did you see them prices? Fuck that." And I said, "I just want some goddamn food." And
put that on your secret menu.
like, she wouldn't let you order then. She just wanted you to look at it. She said, "I'll be back." She had to go change clothes. Imagine that shit. You know, having
the second act.
costume fucking changes for an order taker.
Yeah.
And so she comes back and she's like, "So what'd you guys decide on?" And
You change costumes right here. I'll get the Luther with the chicken breast and a side of $100 bill.
my wife orders hers or whatever, and I order just the jabroni ass Star Spangled Burger. It's the cheapest one on there and the plainest one on there. She's like, "Oh, you didn't want anything off the secret menu?" And I was like, "Shit, no."
Oh, I wanted it. I wasn't gonna pay for it.
And she said something, and then she's like, "You're a character." I said, "You're a character. I just want some fucking food."
Which technically you're not lying. Anybody that has 2 costume changes is a
That's
character.
a fucking character, yeah.
I think it was my being overly animated.
He's like, I think it was because I was being an asshole to her.
I'd throw my drink in your face if I had it, ma'am.
I was being overly animated with, she said, "You must be hangry." I said, "I haven't ate anything all day in preparation for this. I'm sorry, sir. I'll get your appetizer out here soon." It's like, please.
45 minutes later.
And
she comes back. She's like, "I got a secret."
Oh,
and we're like,
God.
"We've seen this shtick. Damn it. Y'all have forgotten who we are."
She had already asked my wife a bunch of weird jackassy questions like, "So what brings you to the grind?" And I was like, "Food." Imagine that. And my wife was like, "We ain't got any kids. We're just doing a little trip up here, blah, 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 blah." She's like, "Oh, okay." Then she leaves. They come back, and this is after we have our drinks or whatever, and they have a
4 hours later.
a red glittery, I can't even say it, a red glittery fucking tablecloth. And then she's got a balloon that she had wrote on with a Sharpie, "Date day, no kids," and then underlines all of it, and then has a little paperweight tied to it.
And they're trying real fucking hard.
To please me, right?
All they had to do is bring you a Diet Dr. Pepper, and you've been
and a
fine.
Playboy magazine.
If they would have just jerked my dick right there.
Here's your Dr. Pepper, and let me get that penis for you there, sir.
She says, "I'm gonna need y'all to move these drinks and stuff. I need to put this tablecloth on." She says, "Here, sir, will you hold this?" I look at her, hand to God. I said, "How much you make an hour?" She started laughing. And she said, what? I said, how much you make an hour? She said, I don't really make much, about $3 an hour. I said, well, I want it. Because she's making me hold shit and making me work. And she knew I was just ribbing. You know,
It sounds
He's
like
like,
it.
he was like, man, she knew I was just, hey, bitch,
How much you make?
how much you make? Give me goddamn money if you want me to hold your shit.
You're the worker here, not me.
You're the goddamn help.
Where are we
here.
at on them Dr. Peppers?
Am I wrong in that assumption? No. I didn't come to work. I came to eat.
You goddamn right.
Okay. But anyways,
But they're making you work anyway.
We get
Yeah.
our fucking. They're working me up, is what they're doing. And fucking, we get our tablecloth and our.
I can't even focus on how hot these bitches are. They're pissing me off so bad.
Damn, you gonna ask me to wash dishes next, ain't you, bitch? But fucking, they have candles, right? And she don't have like a regular Bic lighter to
I
light
got
these
balloons,
candles.
candles, glittery.
I guess
tablecloths.
my agitativeness had just they were like, we got to do something special. They're not going to come back.
So I lit that balloon on fire.
No, I wanted to, but my wife was like, leave the balloon alone. And fucking these candles, like I said,
Like
they
a
brought
kid.
they brought out 3.
Quit touching that damn balloon.
And like I said, they didn't have a regular Bic lighter. You ever seen them?
He's such a goddamn curmudgeon.
Yeah. Fucking Renaissance fair.
If you
Fuck
fucking
that.
people don't bring me my goddamn, they're like,
people-
sir, you came here.
Yeah, people in fucking costumes.
I didn't come for goddamn community theater hour. I came for fucking hamburgers.
And they're like,
You would've-
sir, part of the experience is the community theater hour.
You would have shit at the turkey leg line at the Renaissance fair.
Anyhow, they had these fucking candles, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't have regular lighters. This bitch has a mini blowtorch.
Oh yeah,
One
like
of
a
them,
creme brulee torch.
I'm talking about, yes,
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
like that. And she says, I looked at her and I said, you know, I used to have a problem with this, stuff like this. She said, what? I said, being a pyromaniac. You know, I was just fucking with her. She said, oh.
I want to hear this story from her side, by the way.
Oh,
More
some
and more.
creepy motherfucker.
Just pissed off. Trying to do community theater for him.
And anyways, she brought over, she laughed at the
Oh, she
pyro
laughed at-
comment or whatever.
And then quickly pulled the torch away and walked away.
No, she like literally disintegrated one of them because it was just
candles.
all wax. It wasn't even light because she was lighting it with a fucking blowtorch and got the other 2 lit or whatever. And you know,
we do some pop riveting on the side.
it's like, damn. And
How's
you know,
your chair? Let me weld that spot back together.
they
there for you.
brought us the food and we ate and all that shit or whatever. And she gave me pyro jokes. She was even actually at another table. And then she said, yeah, or you know, we do this, and this, but if you're like my man over there and you got pyro problems and blah, blah, blah.
But she was
kinda
working
gave her
for
the,
that fucking tip.
Yeah.
I gave her the, you know, yeah, I know what you're talking about. And I gave
Standing
her the
behind
smile.
Your wife, like leaning over, showing her cleavage, like
Man.
giving you the shh.
she was just ribbing me back, you know.
So we really got to work
we
table
had a
4
good
for
time.
the tip.
And
For the whole thing.
they bring the goddamn that monstrosity of a milkshake out.
Yep.
And she said, before they brought it out, she looks across the bar because she's like maybe 20 feet from me. And she says, my man, hey. I was like, I look up. She says, wait till you see my surprise for you. I said, oh.
Hey, baby, we're going to see titties.
Oh. I was happy then.
His wife's like, hold up now, goddammit.
What'd you say, bitch?
Now she's the pissed off one.
Yeah.
It flips.
Leave the shaking. Leave my man alone, bitch.
My wife's a Bemis girl. She'll knock your dick string loose, like for real.
Literally, on your case.
She will.
Ask me how I know.
I came in late one night. And that was it. That's all I remember. But anyways, they bring our shake out.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been commenting on these fucking, like, these 20 birthday shakes with the fucking sparklers out.
Yeah.
I asked my wife, you know, I was like, I mean, why are they doing that? Like, that stinks. Won't that taste like it? Or what? She's like, I hope not.
No.
And blah, blah, blah. She brings out our shake, and it's got a sparkler in it. And she brought
You felt
another
special, didn't you?
another fine-ass waitress with her who was a little
to sing
thicker.
happy birthday.
And she said, so I told her, you know, about your little problem in the past and blah, blah, blah. And she said, do you know what I told her? And she said, something. And she said, you know what this is a celebration of? I said, my relapse. And the other one looks at me like, what the fuck? Like, relapse on what? I said, I used to be a pyro and blah, blah, blah. And she started laughing and she said, I'm going to let you do the honors. She hands me the torch.
Wouldn't it be funny if you actually burned the place down?
At that point, I wanted to.
I told the bitches.
And there's a video of this. And fucking so she hands me the torch, and I said,
Video of this, otherwise known as evidence.
"How do you do this?" She said, "Oh, come on now, you know how to do this." Blah blah blah. I was a pyro way before these came out. I figured it out, and I took the thing and I forgot. The fucking ring of fire came on the goddamn loudspeakers as this happened.
Oh, my God.
And she says, "Hey, my man, I'm playing this for you." And I said, "Thanks." And then they brought the shit out and did the whole spiel. And I fucking, I lit the thing, and she says, "All right, now I'm going to need you to sing the song." And I just stared at her for like 2 seconds. I said, "Is that shit going to make my shake taste like that?" That's on video on my wife's Facebook. And
Well, guess where I'm going.
And she said, she laughed, and then she said no. And then my wife cut it because I guess she was scared I was going to say other things.
Say more bad words.
But either way, dude, we finally finished the shake and all that. And the girl, her name's Jay Ann, by the way. What a name, huh?
Probably not her real name.
Oh, it is. It's on. My wife looked her up on Facebook. And
damn.
Look at that. Look at them.
He said, "Look at that. Look at them."
Y'all looked her up on Facebook after?
My wife did.
Why?
Trying to have a tree.
She wanted. She wanted.
Or if they could put a sparkler somewhere else, baby.
She look at me with that fucking blowtorch right there.
No, I used to have a problem with that. I said, wait, I'm setting things on fire. Pyro. Don't pyro over here.
How do I do this?
All right, come on now, Mr. Arsenal. There you go.
There we go.
Look at you.
I can keep
You got a little
Pause
excited
it.
there.
I said, "Can I keep this?" That's when she started laughing.
You thought he got to keep it to him. Yeah. All right, now you got to sing the song.
That's not gonna make that shit taste like.
That's not gonna make that shit taste like. And she immediately stopped recording.
My wife immediately pushed stop. Yeah, but dude, after we ate the shake and all that, look how happy I am at that son of a bitch. I've never seen nothing like that.
You know,
You see that glittery ass?
I pissed those people off when I when I went and they were like, "All right, what kind of shake would you guys like today?" I was like, "Can I just get a vanilla shake?" And they're like, "Excuse me."
You mean we ain't gonna put Fruity Pebbles or no kind of shit in it?
Yeah. I was like, I don't want any of that extra bullshit. I just want a milkshake. And they
Yeah.
were like, "Excuse me, sir."
You offended them.
No, I used to have a problem with that. I said, wait.
Damn it. Okay.
But anyways, she came back after we got done with the meal and all that, and she said, "Look, here's your check. I know I was a little extra, but I like to do that." I said, "Look, you're fine. It's okay. We enjoyed it." And I was just trying to make sure she knew that I was just ribbing. I was having a good time as well.
You definitely overplayed the scantily clad women line there. Those just look like short shorts.
Okay. Well, when you're me, that's fucking different.
He's like, "Dude, I had a boner the whole time."
This is different from the Waffle House.
I was like getting scared, like what Chris had told us a few episodes ago about the boner lasting more than we were there almost 4 hours. But she said, blah blah blah, and I was like, "Look, it's okay," and we tipped her $20 fucking.
Well, look at you.
20
Hold on.
whole dollars.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
She worked for it. She did fucking 3 costume changes, let me play with a blowtorch, and gave us a special spread there.
I think I'm tipping too much.
Yeah. Well, no, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah. Because like our brunch lady probably got $140 this
Yeah,
morning.
you're tipping too much.
We usually throw that 10 spot on them.
Yeah, here's a $10, honey. Thanks for that $100 worth of food. That's 10%, right?
No, my wife does like
it was
$18
$200 worth of food.
18%
Okay, well then you're good. Yeah.
on the usual bill.
Yeah. We usually do 20.
Yeah.
$20?
No,
All the time?
20%.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
We
We're
always
rich, so
we
it
always
doesn't
go
matter
way
to you.
hard at brunch though.
We
Yeah.
thought we were fucking doing something, tipping $20. Like, yeah, she's getting a reward.
Yeah.
Richard's like, well, damn, y'all are poor. I do that like at fucking Sonic.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
It's so funny because they've got a thing at the brunch place we go to where they're supposed to do just gratuity of parties of 6 or more, and the girl doesn't do it when we go because she's like, no, because that's only $40, and she legit got like $110 this morning or something.
Wow. That's
So-
that's
so-
amongst a couple different people, right?
10 people, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. $10 a piece.
Yeah, a little more.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, she gets out of there with a good day.
Yeah.
Especially when you're there.
Woo!
What are you doing? Pause it. If this is what I think this is, this is the greatest show we will ever do. Ever.
Episode 201. This is a real shebang.
That's why you saved this. Please. Call me telepathic here, but I seen a fucking icon that said two-legged deer. And then I hear this fucking hokey-ass country music.
And that's not the name of the song, Josh. The name of the song is called Hunting and a Fishing.
Please tell me this is who I think it is.
I threw my hook in the water, but I didn't catch a thing last night. That's what I told her when I got home about daylight. She said, you're always going fishing, but you never seem to catch a thing. Well, honey, this time you forgot to put back on your ring. If I catch you cheating, line running round, I'm gonna put your pole right in the ground. I've heard all the tales that I wanna
Hold on, let's hit the chorus and I'll pause it.
about hunting and fishing and two-legged deer.
She said, if I catch you cheating or lying, I'm going to put your pole in the ground. She said, in so many words, I'm going to knock your dick in the dirt, motherfucker.
So this is the one and only.
Oh, man.
Captain Stolaboat, who
Yes!
who I used to call Step Uncle.
No way. This is his real song?
I stole a boat.
So
He
not
stole
only
this song, right?
No,
He actually wrote this song?
He wrote this.
Well, he was
But
brilliant.
he's lying. He's lying about why he was gone all the time.
Yeah.
He was hunting, and he was probably doing some fishing, but he was fishing around to see who had left their locks on their trailers with their fucking boat.
This is actually really good.
He was the captain of his own ship. Well, somebody's ship. But
Hey, he took it
He
over.
stole
was
it
his
fair
own.
and square.
Don't read the name on it. But my mom actually told me, a couple weeks ago that she had the tape. And this week, she said, reach up there on the mantle and grab that tape. And I'm about to show you something that's going to shock you, and it's not my penis. It is.
That wouldn't shock us.
Yeah, where's that?
Well, it'd be like, hey, wait.
I've always imagined it.
Why is that so little?
I'm about to show you something.
I'm not going to read the name.
The colorized version
of the promo photo.
Yes! He's so excited like a fucking kid in a candy store.
This was the goddamn photo that his memo kept on the
It was a
mantle
big
for like
8 by
10
10
years.
It's a big 8 by 10. We found it after he had a falling out with my aunt. She put it in like one of the bottom cabinet drawers. Not throw it away, not.
But she left it up there at least for a year after he got in trouble for stealing the boat and all that.
Yeah.
And every time we would walk by it in your living room or whatever, I stole a boat. Like, look at this.
Look at that grim face of like, I stole this boat.
It's my dad.
Is that it? Yeah,
It's
that would
come
be
full
funny.
circle.
That would be funny. He's like, guys, I don't know how to tell you
That's
this.
Papa Goldblatt.
His real name's not that name.
Yeah. No. He changed it because he didn't want your mom to find him for child support.
No, he paid child support. It was just $200 a month, $100 for each kid.
I do think it's funny that earlier when we said it was a rainy day, the title of this track is Radios and Rainy Days. And I was just thinking about, police radios. things that get you down.
Oh, man.
But, I mean, it feels kind of bad because he's not with us anymore.
Fuck him.
But, yeah, it's like...
He's a piece of shit.
He was stealing pontoon boats.
And apparently going through
Dogs
trailers and... Yeah, anything that wasn't locked.
I don't have a problem with talking shit about dead
Okay,
people.
cool. I just didn't want to feel like a piece of trash.
No,
but-
I don't give a fuck. Fuck,
All right,
dead.
so I
fuck
just
all
wanna-
dead people. How's that?
I guess you could. They wouldn't stop you, right?
Man, that's
Was
a lot
that-
of effort, though.
Yeah.
You got to dig them up and shit.
That makes it work. That's just like working for a woman.
No, it's not.
I just want to read some of the title tracks on here. Radios and Rainy Days, Hunting and Fishing, that's what that one is. Number 3, Hanging On. When you read some of the tracks and you go, oh, ex-con.
Yeah, I bet he was hanging on to a door face and, I ain't getting in that car.
I've still got the memory. You don't, because I've stole it. Till You've Been in My Shoes. Because I literally have been in your shoes because I stole those bitches.
He's like, you don't know why I stole all that stuff. You won't never know until you've been in my shoes.
So I was looking at the track list, and my mom goes, he wrote one of them songs about your aunt. I was like, really? And I started looking through. Song 2 on the B side is I'm Sorry. And I said that, and my mom died laughing. Number 1, Love Me Till It Stops Hurting.
I usually go the other way. I need you to love me until it starts hurting.
Get the hell
or
off
hurt
of
me
it.
until I start loving or something.
Who'll Leave It On? I don't know what that means.
The curling iron.
Number 4, Staring at the Wall.
That's in the jail cell.
And then number 5, he goes like with a religious song. That's what he did.
Okay. He didn't definitely steal or lie or rob or anything like that.
He loves me in spite of all those things. I do have a few of them here if you'd like to hear the title track and a few of the others,
I'd like to finish this song.
We can finish this one. It's not long. It's only 1 minute and 54 seconds.
But she took all my shells away.
That's where he learned how to steal.
So I guess she put a stop to my lying and cheating today.
Boy, he's not good.
She said you can't kill a thing if you ain't got a loaded gun.
So I stole her Subaru, and now I'm on the run.
So you can tell all your friends you won't be having any more fun. If I catch you cheating, lying, running round, I'm gonna put your pole right in the ground. I heard all the tales that I wanna hear about hunting and fishing and two-legged deer. I heard all the tales that I wanna hear about hunting and fishing and two-legged deer.
I feel like this was just something for him to pass out in like bar rooms, like in the country where people
I'm a
was
piece of shit.
Hey, no, he's famous. He's got a tape out.
Yeah,
like before, it was like
this is
people knew how to do shit
mid-90s?
like this.
Is this mid-90s?
Yeah,
Like 96,
and back
97?
then, if you had a tape or a CD out, you were in.
Yeah.
Like, you were professional.
I think he had a CD too. But
He's like, look, let me give you some of these promo photos.
Now, I do remember this song is the one, like, anytime we were at, like, a place with a microphone and music, because that seemed to pop up a lot around this time, like, because he had a karaoke machine that he brought, like, big speakers and everything. I don't know where he got it from, but he used to bring it.
From a bar, probably.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tear all this down for you, Ernie, if you want to leave out early.
What
hey,
time y'all
Ernie, we were
close?
robbed. What time y'all close? This is the song, like, when I heard it yesterday, I was like, dude, I remember this. Like, this used to be like, if you gave him a microphone and waited long enough, you would hear him sing this song. Like, he was proud of this one. And it's on his B-side of his album. Very Jerry Lee Lewis.
I just sit here all alone ever since you went away.
That's when your mama fell in love with him. That man can sing right there.
Into my life again someday. But my heart keeps telling me I'm just a fool too blind to see that what we had is all gone.
Wait, where's my ring?
You just wanted to be free. You got me staring at the walls, watching shadows when they fall. You got me down on my knees.
So my mom, she told me yesterday, because my mom can't tell me a story without having some kind of, like, tragedy involved.
Right. And then he died.
Well, that's basically what she said. Like, we were in the middle of this, and I'm having a, he died in Oklahoma. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
What the hell was he doing in Oklahoma? He was trying to steal from an Indian reservation.
It's landlocked. There ain't no much desire to steal a boat there.
Yeah. He was stealing TPs.
I don't know what you could steal in Oklahoma. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff. It's not a bad city. It's just
a city.
His thing was boats. You know?
Yeah,
and
landlocked.
dogs.
Yeah, it's just like, you'd have to go a long way.
Maybe he
to
didn't
steal a
like
boat.
ocean boats.
Yeah.
He liked river and lake boats.
They say the first thing you do is you get away from your demons.
Yeah. I got to get away from all this fucking water. I'm getting triggered like a motherfucker.
Somewhat breaking news: the Titans did acquire Julio
Yeah,
Jones.
yeah. I had heard about that. It's going to be a second-round pick
And a
in
fourth.
next year, and a fourth and a sixth.
No,
in the next year.
They
Just
get,
a fourth.
They just a fourth. They get a sixth back. Actually.
Oh
So,
wow!
Yeah.
And here's the great thing about that. That fourth is not going to hurt us because, as the Titans fans, because we're going to get compensatory picks for Jonnu Smith and Corey Davis, the two people we lost. So they give you compensation picks for big name people that you lose, and so we'll get third round picks for those guys. So it's not like we're losing anything.
I just brought it up because AJ Brown's quotes after they asked him, and his quote is, "Y'all done fucked up."
Yeah. It's going to be a badass offense if Julio can stay on the field.
The problem has never been the offense of late, though.
Yeah. Well, they've restructured the defense, too, a little bit.
Oh, okay. You're a Titans fan, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They restructured that defense. It's going to be way better this year.
They went out and got Bud Dupree from the Steelers. They got Autry from the Colts, who's really good. They went and got they signed a few free agents.
I haven't watched football in forever.
They've signed a few good. They should be pretty good this year. If they're not, I'm gonna be disappointed.
I like the AJ Brown quote. Y'all done fucked up.
Yeah. But it's gonna be it should be a good season. But yeah, man, this is I don't know. I need to get some stories from my mom about some other things too.
Definitely. What I want the
just
story
have your
on.
mom on about this guy.
Well,
for 4 hours.
What I need the story on about this particular thing though is you showed me a cassette.
Yes.
How did you get it on the computer? I wasn't aware you had the technology.
Yeah, it's just you see this stuff in front of us, right?
Did you just hold a tape recorder up to the fucking microphone?
I found a tape deck and I plugged it in to our soundboard.
He's like, how the
Says
hell?
the guy that ribs me about a VCR, but he's got a cassette deck somewhere.
You're a
Right, look
goddamn
down
wizard.
below you, Josh.
Oh, I thought that was just a fucking placeholder. Or
That's
whatever.
a CD player, tape player.
I've spilt so
It's an
much
old
beer
one.
on that thing.
I know.
I was assured that it wouldn't work.
That's how I got the Buzz and Harvey stuff on, and yeah, I have a way to take a cassette, and I have to do it live to tape, like record it live.
Tape
I've
to
already,
live.
Yeah, I've already heard all that shit live now. It's like the third time I've heard it because every time you hit play, it was like, you got me staring at the wall.
Well, thank God it didn't roll up and get all cut up and shit.
Now,
And Richard's the king of getting songs stuck in his head, so he's gonna have that whole fucking tape stuck in his head.
staring at a prison wall.
But he'll have a lot of
that
zingers.
two-legged deer shit, man. That was great.
I actually kind of like the two-legged deer song.
Oh,
He
me
was
too.
so coked up for that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had.
Two-legged deer.
It was only a minute 54. Like
It seemed like fucking 5 to him.
they
at
didn't
that
have a
point.
hook though. You know what I mean? Like most songs, you have that. That like interlude where they play music for a little while just to stretch the song out to at least 2:30.
Yeah.
Nah,
He
he's
came
like,
in
nah.
hot as a motherfucker.
I dropped my pole in the water, but I didn't catch a thing last night.
I wonder, did he like hold these people up? That was the backing band. I swear to God, I'll pay you when this shit gets like big.
Yeah, he never paid for it. He stole it. I stole this.
I threw my hook in the water, but I didn't catch a thing last night.
That's great.
That's what I told her when I got home about daylight.
Jesus
And ironically smelled like perfume.
He made a song about cheating.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
you want to hear his title track song? Radio.
I was like, oh, here, sorry. Is that one good?
I don't know. I can't remember right offhand.
Oh boy.
This is for Aunt.
But he wrote all these.
This is
I
for
don't
your
know.
aunt.
I don't know if this is it.
It has to be.
You gave me what I needed.
That
to
was
make
a
my
home to
dreams
live
come
in.
true.
And a couple of 20s I stole from your purse.
And them diamond rings, too.
To show me love in every way. But all I ever did
There's so
was
many memories
break
just
your
flooding back
heart
though.
in two. And now there's only one thing.
He's like, what are you doing Saturday, Richard? I need to make like I got a son.
I'm sorry for
Well, I need to make like I got a dad, so it'd be perfect.
He's like, hell, I can just steal you.
I'm sorry that I made you so unhappy.
Hold on. And
I'll
sorry.
never steal another boat again.
And I'm sorry that, if it was modern day, that I stole your cell phone.
I'm sorry that I ever did you wrong.
The funny thing I did find about with these songs when I was playing them back, like that little how it starts out, you would hear like a very muffled like before it started, and I was like, what in the hell is that noise? All right, here's a little bit of Radios and Rainy Days here for you.
We got that Diamond Rio groove.
Yeah.
I was staring out my window on a cold and rainy day when suddenly on the radio a song began to play.
Burger 19, we got a 872 over there on Gibbon Street. Going back now.
We found the pontoon boat outside East Main here.
So we'll go ahead and keep him locked up.
The melody reminded me of how it used to be when you and I were so in love.
And I stole everything you see.
Back in 93. Oh, these
Pause it. Back in 93?
Yeah.
This is like 1994 when he wrote this shit.
97, I think.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can look at the.
I could swear
Wait,
that.
when did he date your aunt?
Like 97, 98-ish.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was before that.
It might have been like 96, 97.
Yeah, because it seemed like your grandma had that fucking promo photo on the mantle for like 10 fucking years.
They were dating for a while before they got married.
Oh.
It doesn't have a copyright on it.
Well, of
Imagine
course
that.
it don't. He stole it. It ain't
I was
his.
like,
Why would I copyright it?
There ain't no writing credits or anything in that shit?
Yeah, no, there is writing credits.
It's just him.
It's him. And then it says all except one song that was written by this person. And it's the person that helped produce the tape.
I got to give you a little credit, Jerry.
Good gosh. Hold on.
Keep you on my mind.
But that restraining order keeps me away.
They open up my broken heart and take me back in time. I thought that I'd get over you the day you set me free. But these radios and rainy days keep you here with me.
The day you set me free. That just means that's a better
Drop
way of
the-
saying
drop
that
the
you
charges.
You paid my bond. Got me out.
I just want to say this for the record. My mom was like, he had everybody else fooled, but I was leery of that man from the beginning. Like, she's like, I knew he was a con
Gwen,
man.
you can put your purse down. No,
No.
I'm good.
I think I'll just hold on to it.
We got to eat soon. Yeah, I know.
So full disclosure, because I never told anybody this. That was back in the time when we were all younger and we thought it was cool if we could find cigarettes. Right?
Yeah.
So around this time, he had come over to help my grandmother put together, like they were redoing the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah.
And he left his cigarette pack out. And I snagged 2 of them out of there.
You stole from a fucking major thief. That's what I call fucking them back.
But here's the funny thing. And like, I just thought it'd be cool because like y'all showed up like, I got cigarettes.
Well, let me have one.
Yeah. But here's the cool part about it. I didn't even get to do that because they were immediately found like 5 minutes later.
You should have hit him in that blue bag.
I can't remember where I hit them, but like 5 minutes after I put them up, it was like somebody said, whose cigarettes are these? And why are they in this container? And
It was in the Kix cereal box.
But I stole cigarettes from a thief. Which, to be honest, in theory, I probably stole cigarettes from the 7-Eleven he stole them from. Just going by proxy.
Deadly cycle.
Oh, but man, that's
like the snake eating the snake, huh?
Yeah. Oh, do you want to do one more before we get out of here?
Sure, I'll let you pick it. Dealer's choice.
Well, we got to do this one since it's the oldest one. This is yours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this
I'd
is yours.
forgot it had been so long.
Oh,
He avoids your tabs.
yeah, I do.
So it says here, this is a fucking nightmare. You know, I mean, worser than having that sumbitch over
Michigan.
in your house, like rambling through the bathroom and stuff, trying to help redo it. What the fuck are you doing in my closet?
Wouldn't it be
Closet
funny
ain't got nothing to do with
if
it.
the new owner of that house, because we hadn't really done too much of renovating since that. Well, we did, but wouldn't it be funny if they tore out some walls and found like old diamond rings that he had stashed?
I'm gonna come back for these one day.
Gotta lay low.
So it says here, nursery camera catches home inspector pleasuring himself with an Elmo doll. Michigan cop says.
Oh,
You know, this is one of those things like that I really don't understand.
No.
You know, because
I love they gave us a preview snippet there.
yeah,
of the
Elmo's
man-
dangerously
of the man
close.
holding an Elmo doll.
Elmo
doesn't want to fucking do.
Like it's one of them tickle me so it'll vibrate like a sunbeam.
I swear I don't have termite damage.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to the inside there, Elmo. But you know,
Elmo doesn't like these tickles.
I knew a guy like I've told this story before.
He fucked a Care Bear, but
Even
I mean,
worse.
really, no harm, no foul. Really, I
Like-
mean, he fucked an inanimate object.
The first, I knew, like I said, I knew a guy that would do, excuse me, shit like that, to kind of like get revenge on people or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the first thing he ever told me about
you
was
just wait till they go out of town.
No.
I'm gonna fuck that dog they got over there.
he fucking. This was his ex-girlfriend, but they had a kid together, and he had to go over to the house and kind of take care of the kid while she was getting ready for work, and then she had to go do something. So he was
Yeah.
just going to stay there. He didn't have a house of his own, and she needed help. But he was still pissed about the way the relationship ended. So while she was in the bathroom getting ready, he took a hand lotion bottle that she had and jacked off in it. And then put the top back on and shook
My
it up
skin
like
is
that.
so tight.
Right. Hey, you're glowing. You're beautiful today. And at work, there was this super duper duper fine girl, but she had pissed him off in one way or another.
So he jerked off in her lotion.
No.
He was really a one-trick pony.
She had a Sonic cup, and this was probably like mid-August, so it was hot as a motherfucker. She goes to the bathroom, leaves the Sonic cup. He takes the straw out of the Sonic cup and puts it all in his balls, his sweaty ass balls, and puts it back in there. And he just giggled his fucking ass off when he seen her take the drink after she got back. He was like, "What are you laughing at? Nothing." And then he told me about it, just giggly as hell.
I feel like that's a crime.
That's definitely
It was,
a crime.
but I'm saying there are people. There's people out there that do shit like this Elmo man.
James Hetfield used to, if he got pissed off at a hotel, he'd shit in a plastic bag and leave it in the bottom shelf because he knew they never checked there.
Yeah.
So for like 2 or 3 weeks, like in the hotel room, it would just start smelling. And
It's
they're
like
like, "What the hell?"
Kurt
And they wouldn't
Hennig.
know who did it because
Like Kurt shitting in the empty thing of the bedpost, then putting the wood thing back on top. Anyways, okay, back to Elmo guy. An alert from a homeowner's nursery camera led to charges from a home inspector in Michigan this week, which was like fucking 3 months ago
Yeah.
at this point. An Oxford Township couple. Yes, I'm still pissed.
He's
You're
probably
lucky
in
I don't do
jail.
that kind of shit to other people.
He's already had the trial by now.
Yeah. An Oxford Township
We should
couple
get an update on this guy real soon.
was trying to sell their home and had it inspected on March 12th at the request of potential buyers. The Oakland County Sheriff's Office wrote in a Facebook post. The couple told the police that they let the home inspector in and the buyer's real estate agent into the home while they left while the inspection was underway. So if they would have been there, maybe this. I'm not saying that you should have to be there.
Well, this is why I don't like people just in my home.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
But you know, they had cameras and they
Because you're afraid they'll fucking Elmo?
Yeah.
They
Y'all
might
don't have
open-
that fear?
That's a very specific fear.
Well, not only the Elmo, just put their dick on stuff that you own.
Yeah.
But
If
who
you-
does-
If you
like-
left me alone, I'd probably put my dick all over stuff.
That you
You
own.
know.
Give me the remote. I know he'll touch that next.
Yeah. I would just like open the 2 liters and rub my dick around the edge.
Squirt a little pee in there.
Yeah.
That'll get them. Shake it up.
I piss on your dog's fucking toilet.
There's you some juice,
which
you
I said
rich motherfucker.
which I said beforehand is going quite well. It's sucking it up, and we do have a container that every other day is full of just prank juice.
Oh yeah, like I
and-
said, you're gonna have a Windex bottle going to work and getting revenge.
Here's the fun part about my dog shows up and thinks he owns everything. here's
Nope.
the
He shows
fun
up.
part.
Marked every fucking
He
thing
shows
in
up.
this
He's like,
building.
"Why's that guy that does a podcast over? Why does he own some stuff in here?"
but yeah, like I said before, like you would think, I didn't tell you all this, you would think a dog that only eats dog food specifically for him and drinks water, his piss wouldn't smell like he's been up all night drinking and eating asparagus. That is the foulest odor, man.
Ugh.
Oh, just pouring it in, like you pour it into the toilet, and as you're pouring it, I had to hold my breath.
This is disgusting.
So when y'all were talking about putting it in a bottle, I was just thinking about just the practical smell of it. And I was like, ugh.
And put you some Vicks Vapor Rub under your nose.
like people do when they have to go get dead bodies out of houses.
You know what you could do?
And just what?
You could pour some sort of cleaning agent on top of the toilet, and then it would suck that in and maybe restrict the smell a little bit.
I've tried.
He's like, man, the Windex doesn't work.
It's just
He's
that
like,
pure urine. Oof. It's just, ugh. I've tried even pouring a little water in the bowl just to see if it'll hold it, but no, nothing makes that smell any better. It's pungent.
Very
I'll give you all a
concentrated.
sniff if you want. For
Hey, you
leave.
guys, come on downstairs. Let me just don't trip over his dick. Hang on, come over here.
You got to smell this.
Yeah.
No, I really don't. But
go
it
ahead,
says
Josh.
soon one of the homeowners, a 22-year-old woman.
It was her Elmo doll.
No, it's probably a baby's fucking Elmo doll. If she's
That's
22.
the thing, yeah.
And she received a home alert from her nursery camera that there was movement inside of the room, which should have been normal, but I guess she was like, maybe I'll just watch this. She checked the camera from her phone and said she saw the inspector, identified as 59-year-old Keith Van Leuven.
I thought you were just Kevin Van
Kevin
Leuven. Kevin Van Leuven.
He sounds like a porn star.
Holy shit, he is a porn star. This is a prank story.
Kevin Van Leuven. I thought it was Keith.
I was going with Leuven.
It's
Van
definitely
Leuven?
Van Leuven.
Van Disgusting is what he is. He's old enough to not do shit like this, what he is. And as she watched, Van Leuven began to touch himself, police said. So the woman started recording the video.
This is hot.
She was like, damn, let me get some of that.
See where this leads. At one point, Van Leuven is accused of picking up the Elmo doll from the floor and using it to continue pleasuring himself before returning the doll to where he found it. Now, that's just, come on now. You
Throw
know,
it out the window or
little
something,
child
bro.
is playing with that. And when the deputies arrived at the home, Van Leuven reportedly told police he had just moved the doll to inspect an electrical outlet.
He's like, dude, I took my dick out. I'll admit, I did do that.
I had to make sure there was no power to this box.
My dick. I had an accident a couple years ago, and this is like a voltage meter now.
After he learned
This
that he
toy
was,
works fine. I was testing it for the kids.
After he learned that there was a camera in the room, police said he made incriminating statements and apologized. Just when I think that I had seen it all, someone steps up and surprises me on a new level of disturbing actions. Sheriff Michael Bouchard.
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 Okay, I'm just going to read it in that. Bouchard said in one of the incidents, he said, this is a disgusting reminder to be cautious about who you let into your home. He's supposed to be fucking inspected.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to be able to kind of...
Hey, don't let crazy people in your home. 59-year-old home inspectors.
Yeah.
Don't let them into your home.
You know what I'm going to do next time I get a home inspection, right? I'm going to follow that motherfucker around. You ain't going to take your dick out, are you? No, I'm just tapping on this wall.
Hey, my Elmo doll's over there, and you better not fuck it.
Yeah.
What?
If you fuck my Elmo doll, I'm fucking you. you.
Got cameras in here, motherfucker.
Wait, that was not what it sounded like. But that wasn't what it meant.
I'm not raping you.
Yeah.
Here's sign this consent form, please.
It was like, what was it? Chris one time was throwing a basketball at my bike. And I was like, you scratch my bike, I'll scratch your ass. And I was like, wait a minute. That didn't come out right.
Hang on. He's like, oh, shit. He throws the
started
ball.
throwing the shit out of it.
Great. I got this itch right around here.
The actions of these homeowners will likely prevent this defendant from going into anyone else's home. Well, I hope so, because, like,
How
you're
many
that
times
Elmo
has he done
fucker,
this?
right?
You know that couldn't be the first time.
Oh, no.
You don't just willy-nilly decide. I mean, one day he did willy-nilly decide.
Yeah. But this
when you're-
wasn't the
when
day.
You're 59,
He was probably a young home inspector at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah.
Said,
How many Elmo dolls has he jacked off into?
Van Leeuwen was
My
arrested.
buddies.
My buddy. My buddy
Fuck,
and
they got a
me.
kid sister, too.
Chucky dolls.
They just don't feel right. He got arrested on Wednesday without incident. He is charged with aggravated indecent exposure and malicious destruction of property under $200.
See, there should be something about, like,
That Elmo's
You're
only
not-
worth $200.
you're not grabbing
Under 200.
You're not grabbing a kid's toy and just having sex. You've got something there.
Oh
man.
yeah. He's definitely fucked, bro.
Yeah.
And
That-
it says if convicted, 2 years in prison.
Right, but his bond was only $2,500, which is kind of...
That's reasonable.
He's paying $250 to get out of jail. He needs to have
well,
something...
unless he pays his whole bond on his own.
No, well, I mean, I don't know. If you were a bail bondsman and you heard the charges,
Hey.
would you help him? No.
He was due back in court on April
Absolutely.
19th. So let's see what happened.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Copy and paste that name.
I've got to find it. Hold on. Where's it at? Here we go.
Kevin Van Leeuwen. Van Leeuwen. Whatever.
All right. So copy
Elmo
and paste.
fucker.
Elmo fucker. That was Oakland. That was April 19th.
There's May
20th.
Advances to higher court. Why the fuck couldn't the regular court, like, are they debating? Oh my.
He kind of looks like a guy that would fucking Elmo, does he not?
He looks like a guy that follows us on Twitter.
Looks like he might have.
I'm not saying who.
Looks like he might have gotten hit in the nose at one point for fucking an Elmo doll. Look at how messed up his nose is.
His nose is definitely.
It does look a bit inflated.
He looks like he's done a lot of cocaine too. Just one.
Posher incident in Oxford. Van Leeuwen was reportedly
May
conducting a home inspection. We've read all that. Defense attorney Jeff Quillis
has argued the video doesn't show Van Leeuwen's genitals, therefore it doesn't support the charges. Look, he's just rubbing it on the outside of his pants. Like, dude, he's fucking
Oh
an
shit!
Elmo.
1998, bro.
the
Oh,
prosecution has
That's legal precedence, my bad.
Yeah.
I thought he did it again in '98.
Indecent exposure when unclothed genitalia wasn't seen. So they're saying some other jackoff did this in '98.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't get these charges.
It's always the fucking Elmo dolls.
He tickled me. I'll see if he could tickle me.
Faces possible penalty. And didn't they say he had a pretty much damning evidence, like a testimonial? Like he basically
he
said
made
did.
incriminating evidence and he was arrested.
Yeah, he incriminated
Statements.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there hasn't been much of an update.
All right, and that was a good show, guys.
We really gonna go out with the Elmo fucker?
God, I guess so. You guys chose a terrible fucking story. Now we have to think about that for a whole week.
Nah.
Well, just think about hunting, fishing, two-legged
Yeah, that's what
deer.
I was going to be singing. That's what I'm thinking about right now.
Fucking Elmos and two-legged deer.
Banging them two-legged
I
deer.
put my hook in the water and I didn't get a bite.
Please don't say nothing about me going through your purse last night.
I didn't say what boat I used to put that hook in the water, though, did I? No, it's not. I didn't incriminate myself.
Right.
And that's the important part.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I was fishing off the dock.
We're just going to go ahead and make a comment. Everything about this podcast is allegedly.
Well, he definitely stole that boat.
He got some time for it. Well, anyways, Josh, if they want to follow us on social media, how do they do that?
Well, on Twitter, we are at P3 Radio, the number 1. On Facebook, put in that search bar Pop Poncho, Poncho, and you will see our photo. If you want to get with us the old school way, our number is 731-300-6675.
Thanks again to Lance and BT and Gobi for sitting in with us this week. For everybody listening, thanks for listening and good night.